Have you ever thought about the stories, secrets, and the art behind craft brewing?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh. My name is Chelsea Rhodes, and this is my best friend, Elizabeth Hess. And we're here to guide you through the rich tapestries of the beer culture.
From the basic of beers in our Ale Academy to the latest brew news and even answering your optimistic inquiries, we've got a Sipisode packed full of flavor.
Yum, yum. So whether you're a seasoned beer lover or all new to the craft scene, sit tight, relax. This is your all-access pass to the vibrant world of the craft beer, brought to you by Women in Craft Beer.
Check that out.
Hey.
I like it a lot. Let's get right into it, shall we?
Sure.
Let's do it. This week's Ale Academy is focusing on the delicious world of stouts.
Yum.
In honor of Stout Month, February.
Yes.
That's right. So, Chelsea, how do we begin to explore the delicious world of stout beer, especially for our newcomers to the world of craft beer?
For the newbies. I mean, even some people that
For sure.
maybe have been around for a while, they might know a thing or two who still might teach them something, a thing or two. Each style offers a unique experience to different tastes and preferences, whether you're after something sweet, robust, smooth, or complex. There's a stout style out there for you. And we've crafted a nice little list for you to study and start understanding the world of stouts a bit more.
I love that.
Yeah, let's start it off with a milk stout.
Oh,
Yum.
Yum.
Going to be a little bit of a sweeter stout. It has lactose, which is a sugar from milk, so it's not great if you're lactose intolerant.
imagine that.
Yeah, weird. But it's going to be creamy, a little bit sweeter, nice mouthfeel to it. Not as bitter. You just kind of, the
Cuts right through
lactose really helps kind of soften up that bitterness that stouts can bring.
That's right. I love the bitterness.
Yeah.
So I'm probably not going to go for that one, but it's a great stout. I don't need to say that either. Anyway, I'm going to take over the role of the coffee stout because I do love the bitterness. And if you're a coffee lover, they're totally perfect for you. It's like having the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Beer infused with coffee. This particular stout blends that rich roasted flavors of the dark beer with the boldness of coffee.
Yeah.
Right?
A lot of times those even have a little chocolate in them.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a big coffee stout fan. Those are my usual
Absolutely.
go-tos. Man.
Absolutely.
Then you have the pastry stout, which is probably my least go-to. It's definitely if you have a bit more of a sweet tooth and really enjoy those big, bold, rich flavors. And they're going to be inspired by desserts. So I do enjoy them as like an after meal. Like instead of having a dessert, you just split up one of those and they're a great sweet treat. And they've got lots of chocolate, vanilla, caramel. And I feel like a lot of times you get some more of those really unique stouts out there that are like marshmallow or s'mores or like cereal ones. Like, and they are good. Don't get me wrong, but they are not my go-to, and I definitely can't drink a full can of them.
That's okay. That's okay.
It's
a little sipper.
A little sharer.
Sharing and sipping.
Yeah.
We also have an oatmeal stout that we always like to talk about. They're very popular. They obviously contain oatmeal in the recipe. That gives it that smooth, full body texture. Little mild and nutty flavor, again, coming from the oatmeal that's in there. And that's really meant to appeal to those, similar to a milk stout, that less bitter, maybe more of a balanced perception, harmony within the beer itself.
Exactly. There you go. One of my other personal stout favorites is rolling right up, and it's a nitro stout. I in general just like beers on nitro. So
pretty good.
they're not terrible.
They're not bad.
And if you don't know what nitro is, it's basically the beer is going to be not carbonated. It's going to have some carbonations, but it's going to have more nitrogen, which gives it a big creamy mouthfeel, way less like big bubbles because they're teeny little bubbles, and it has a big, thick, like foamy head on top of it.
Right.
And I like them just because I like the mouthfeel of them.
Yeah,
and they
for
tend to
sure.
be like a little bit less bitter. I don't necessarily need the bubbles with like the big flavors of stouts. So I like the smooth creaminess that comes in with the stout. And you can do it in a
Absolutely.
bunch of different styles of beers. Just stouts tend to be the most common.
Really, it made me want a Three Musketeers right there. Just thinking about it.
I
That
like
creamy nougat flavor that tends to come with it.
The old nougat, huh?
Yeah. Anyway, sounds really good right now. Could be because I'm having this delicious cream ale right now.
Cream stout. Cream stout.
That's what I meant to say. Cream stout.
Yeah.
Also an ale. Anyway.
Fair. Not wrong.
We're going to get into also some Russian Imperial Stouts. A lot of those out there right now, maybe some special releases. And this one is more of that strong and dark stout. It's going to have a high ABV, lots of alcohol happening in it. Again, those rich, complex flavors, fruit, chocolate, probably coffee. And again, they're good for that slow sipping and maybe sharing with a friend or a loved one.
Yeah. I like in the Imperial, if you've heard of like a double IPA that's like big, Imperial's kind of that same concept. That it just means you don't call it like a double stout, you call it an Imperial stout, but it basically means the same thing. It means it's big.
It means it's going to turn your cheeks red, especially if you have sensitive skin. I can never hide if I've had a high ABV drink. Just my collarbone to my nose. It's just bright red.
That's why you wear turtlenex.
Oftentimes. Even if it's 100 degrees. The sun is not your friend.
The sun is not your friend. And lastly, we're going to jump into barrel-aged stouts. I know I've already said the other ones are some of my favorites, but I also really like barrel-aged stouts.
I love stouts.
Yeah, they're great. This is going to be like some of your more complex flavors. Probably some of the beers your brewers in the brewery is going to be most proud of. You basically literally take the beer after it's brewed, and you toss it into barrels. And what'll happen is all of the flavors, say if you put it in a whiskey or a bourbon barrel, will absorb, and the flavors from the wood will start coming into the flavors of the beer. So you get more of that kind of sipping complex. You might start with like the roasty or the kind of bitter flavor of the stout, but then you finish with like that extra sweet of the bourbon or the whiskey.
Absolutely.
And they're fun. They're very complex. They're usually pretty expensive, also usually high alcohol. Yeah. But it's because, I mean, you can have stouts that have aged for 18 months or more. Like, so they sit around for quite a bit. And it's a pretty cool concept when you have people doing specialty releases for it, and they are special, and people love to drink them and share them, and we have a whole bunch of them around because we like to share them with people when they show up, and we're like, try this.
It's a great way to pass the winter months, right? Like, oh my gosh, this one's been around since last winter.
Yeah, there you go.
However, right?
Yeah. So as you adventure into the rich landscape of stouts, remember, it's not just about tasting. It's about discovering and appreciating the art behind every pour.
Absolutely.
And may your stout explorations bring new favorites and unforgettable moments. That's a great time of month. A lot of places are pumping out really good stouts right now. So it's a good time to be out drinking stouts because you're probably going to hit some really good ones and some specialty, and it's a fun time. Yeah, it's a fun time for the craft beer world.
It really is. It's something definitely that we look forward to every year, right? It's a big time of the year.
Yes.
Chelsea is very excited, perhaps in a evil, maniacal, diabolical way. We're not quite sure at this point what she may have up her sleeve. You never know what we're heading into.
I'm just ready to go drink stouts tonight.
Yeah, that's fair. That's going to be a good time. We sure do appreciate you joining us today on the Ale Academy. It was brought to you by our affiliate partner, the Microbrewed Beer of the Month Club. I bet they've got some stouts in there. They got this cream stout that
we got last month.
Yeah, received for the month of January. Boom. Remember, they drink a lot of bad beer, so you don't have to.
Nice.
Check them out. Links included in the description below. And remember, if you do check out the link, we do get a kickback from that, so that's super appreciated.
Yeah, it's great way to support us, and we appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed the Ale Academy today. Make sure to subscribe to get weekly Academy lessons. Get some 101, build some confidence into the space, and go in and feeling confident and knowing what to do when you walk into that tap room.
That's right. Don't forget to ask questions.
Yeah,
we're here to answer.
It's a good space.
That's right.
All right, ready to crack open some news. So we're going to dive into the brew news of this week. Your go-to source for the craft beer universe. Bold statement. The whole universe, huh?
That's right.
Excited to learn about some alien brews. Just kidding.
You could do it again.
This week we're pouring over stories that not only quench your thirst for beer news, but also tap into the heart of the brewing community. And there was a lot of good puns in there, and I appreciated all of that.
We do our best over at the cubicle writing corner. You never know. Could be good, it could be bad.
The punnicle.
The punnicle. All I heard was pubicle.
Yep.
Yeah, all right. That's where you wanted me to see. You just never know where she's gonna go. There's a lot of tricks up that sleeve. It might seem like it's tight to the cuff, but it sure is not. Okay,
shirt is not.
For this week's brew news, from Colorado's Stout Month festivities that paint the town dark with rich, creamy stouts to groundbreaking initiative like the National Black Brewers Association, aiming to ferment diversity, inclusivity into the craft beer scene. So excited about that. We're here to navigate you through the hops, the trends, and the impactful stories stirring up the industry.
Yeah, so you can be a local hophead or a global beer enthusiast. Stay tuned as we uncover stories that matter, from special stout releases and beer-centric celebrations to pivotal movements shaping the future of craft beer. So let's raise the little glass here and start getting into that brew news.
Let's do it.
That's so loud. Hurt my ears.
So yes, we said it. We're talking about Stout Month. But if you're in Colorado, how do you celebrate Stout Month? Well, you go to your local brewery and you ask for their stout. Just kidding. And if you're not in Colorado, ask your favorite brewery what they are doing for Stout Month.
Yeah.
We're going to get into all the where it came from and why it's around. So as we said, February in Colorado is celebrated as Stout Month, featuring a variety of events and new stout releases across the state. Some of the big ones include Super Stout Showcase at River North Brewery, Vanta Brews at Cerebral Brewing, a vintage stout tasting at Wiley Roots, and special stout tappings at Hops and Pie and Mountain Sun Pub and Brewery.
Yes.
We are probably going there later today.
Or Southern Sun.
Southern Sun, sorry. Southern. They have more parking.
And they're closer.
Yeah, technically closer. Also, don't forget about WeldWorks Brewing, who is often known for their pastry stouts. Would love to make it that far, but Boulder is the closest we can get today. But WeldWorks is releasing three Imperial Stouts, complemented by a chocolate pairing. Freaking love this. Love that more and more pairings are coming out. These particular events.
When is the chocolate pairing?
I don't know, but I will look it up.
Yeah.
We might be able to go.
Yeah, maybe we. Probably not today.
Well, not today. Anyway, I'll look it up. We can look it up. You can look it up. Everybody's got to go. All right. So events like those, the pairing and the Imperial Stout releases, they're meant to showcase these awesome releases that are coming out specifically for Stout Month. Barrel aged to sweet pastry varieties. This is the highlight that highlights Colorado's craft brew scene. Yeah. Right? One of those big events that we wait for all year round.
All year round. So good. I love stouts. Stouts are so good. I feel like I do like soup all winter, and I'm like not the person that like in South Dakota. It's like it would always like pudge you up in the winter. You have all these comfort foods. Where now I'm like soups are great, and I like lean up and I'm like drinking more wine and being more. And then Stout Month hits, and I'm just like.
Break out the stretchy pants.
I never leave the stretchy pants. It's fine.
Not anymore. Yeah, like, I feel like after age 35.
Just why?
Yeah.
People before us laid the groundwork for us to be able to wear yoga pants all day, and we don't have to wear jeans. Why would I insult them by wearing jeans? This is paying no respect for all the hard work it took to make yoga pants hot and good, and we can wear them publicly as sweatpants. But they're socially acceptable sweatpants, and I'm not going to insult the women that worked so hard before us.
Or maybe not an insult. Maybe you're saving those denims for a special night out in your Canadian tuxedo. That's what I would do.
That's what I would do. So that's how you're going to go to the Nuggets game?
Yes.
Your Canadian tuxedo.
And with a picture of a horse on my shirt. All right.
As you should.
Waving at you, Nicola.
Neighing at you, Nicola.
Neighing. Oh my God. You'd be like, get that horse-faced lady out of here. I swear I'm sober.
What if you had decided it was just a neigh on it?
Does that say nah? N-A-Y.
He'd be like, I understand.
Yeah.
Says, I love me.
Yeah.
In horse. All right. Anyway,
Very excited to go to the game.
All right. So February is also Black History Month.
Yep.
And so we're going to highlight here the National Black Brewers Association as it's exploding into the craft beer scene. We want to take a minute to highlight them and the milestones that they've helped create. And honestly, a pretty white industry. That's right. There's actually less than 1% of all U.S. breweries that are Black owned, and only 10% in like the whole craft beer drinking scene that the Black community only represents about 10% of the drinkers as well. Okay. So still different. I mean, not well represented based on the breweries. And a even sadder fact that I really don't like, but learned this week, is there are 18 states in the U.S. right now that have 0 Black-owned breweries. Wow. That's insane. Like, that's absolutely bonkers to me. I feel like if it would have been like 5, I'd have been like, oh yeah, that sucks, but that's like 18.
Yeah, almost half.
Wild. Yeah. So many. Well, that was disappointing to see.
That is.
But the Kevin Johnson, who is the founder of MB2A, aims to increase the African American presence in the brewing, to focus on promoting Black brewing community, increasing African American involvement at all levels, advocating for the effective policies, and honoring the history of African American brewing. That's right. Yeah, awesome. Super awesome. The association led the Experienced Industry Figures plans to celebrate National Black Brewers Day and strengthen the relationships between Black legislators. The initiative is a major move toward inclusivity and representation within the craft brewing scene. And absolutely. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I don't necessarily think it's like a fault of how the space has grown. It just is very white male dominated. Yeah. Like, again, I don't necessarily think anyone started it with the goal to achieve that.
No,
but it's just kind of is what ended up happening. And I love seeing more people and more push for inclusivity, because as an industry that's plateauing, that is how you stop plateauing.
Yeah. Open up the doors.
Open up the doors. Right. Like, be more inclusive. And it's not saying you're like anyone's intentionally not being inclusive, but like, that's just, that is the way to grow. There's a huge section of people out on the market that just don't either feel comfortable, or they don't feel represented, or they don't know how to like break into the space. And so making it more welcoming will help that, and it will help the entire space grow. It's plateaued because we put a very small ceiling on it.
Yep. So. That was a good article. Thank you for sharing that. And the full one will be in the description. Hop Culture did a really good article on the National Black Brewers Association. Yeah. So if you want to read a little bit more into it, it's a really good article.
Cool.
All right. So, and honestly, that's those are the two big focuses this week.
Yeah,
Stout Month and Black History Month, right? Yeah. I think those are two pretty big. We don't really need to go above and beyond that. So let's see.
To unpack there.
Yeah, no shit, right? I feel like we could go on and on and on and on. Hopefully, if anything, like it highlights at least, some search results or questions, curiosity, brings a conversation to light. That would be
all you can ask for.
Pretty super duper, and I would be happy for that. Yeah. Very much so.
Bring a conversation.
That's right. Let's see. Well, that's me wrapping up. We'll just skip right to you.
Yeah, I mean, the segments today are really focused around community, culture, and change.
Right.
Each sip is going to tell a story. Each story is a step forward to a richer, more diverse beer world.
Yeah.
As it should be. We're just going to hit more flavors, and we're going to hit more variety. And I mean, so a lot of stuff I've been doing research on for Black History Month is talking about like bringing in like these different African flavors into the beers. And it reminded me of the Indian story, or the story of like the Indian
Ruby beer.
There you go. And then bringing in like the Indian flavors and the like pairing it with curry that like you just don't see if you don't have the experience. And so like not only is it going to help not plateau and help open the doors for more variety, but you're going to hit on different flavors that culturally you don't know if you were not exposed to them. It's not again anyone's fault. It's just,
speaking of storytelling, it's a whole new realm of perspective and storytelling.
Exactly.
I like that a lot.
Through your palate.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. And the people you share it with.
Yeah. Super
Very
cool. Yeah,
Very cool.
Can't wait to see this.
Yeah.
Continue to grow and expand.
Absolutely. Remember, the world of craft beer is always brewing with news, and we'll be here to bring you the latest. So until next time, keep exploring, keep tasting, be curious, support the brewers and people that are serving those beers, and making a difference.
Yeah. That's easy. Seems easy enough.
Seems easy enough, but it always takes time, right?
You know what is a little easier?
What's that?
The Optimistic Inquiries.
Yes.
So yeah, welcome. We're here. We
Thanks
made
for
it.
having me.
Yeah. The Optimistic Inquiries and Community Stories, a segment where curiosity meets craft beer and your burning questions lead the way. Have you ever wondered who lit the spark of Stout Month?
Yes.
Or why February? The coldest months become the home of the darkest beers.
So who did start Stout Month?
Actually, the place that we will be visiting in our next segment.
That's right. The Front Range team behind Mountain Sun Pub and Brewery, Southern Sun, Under the Sun, Longs Peak, and Vine Street Pub and Brewery actually brought it all about in the early 1990s.
Yeah, and I think the interesting part about that is I feel like when you're in Colorado, it's just like it's Stout Month, and it feels like one of those like I'm a Coloradan because February is Stout Month, and then like anyone else you talk to is like, what the hell are you talking about with Stout Month? And like nobody knows about it, and it's because it's just so ingrained. It's been going on since the 90s.
Yeah.
Like it's just really part of the culture that I hope we can bring light to and help like it take off in other areas because it's just such a fun month. And yeah, I mean, why is February? I mean, it's cold. They want to take advantage of the dark months to show off its darker winter beers. In the years since National Stout Month is celebrated across the brewing community, and you want a warming big beer in the cold season. So it makes sense, and it's a great way to help offset the slow season.
Exactly. Beer releases, big beer releases,
special beer releases,
We're
bottles.
having a whole event, right?
Yeah, exactly. And it brings events which give people stuff to do when it's a little bit colder.
Right.
So it makes sense to be in February, but then you're like, oh yeah, the rest of the world isn't cold in February like we are. And we're not even that cold.
Yeah.
I mean, we do have a foot of snow outside, but
yeah, I mean, that was a pretty big snowstorm.
it was a good snowstorm.
Yeah. All right.
So yeah, easy enough, super quick, just around where it started and why. It's because it's cold and people like dark beers, and they've had a chance to plan out their brewing schedule and get the year kicked off right.
Maybe it's like the Midwesterner vibe, right? Because growing up where we did, there wasn't a lot to do in the wintertime.
Yeah, drink whiskey and play cards.
Yeah. So we're just drinking stouts, imperial stouts.
But out in public.
That's right.
Where we're going out because it's
Don't
not
forget
as
a
cold.
Designated driver.
Yes.
Very important.
Especially on the big beers. Especially the big beers.
Especially the big
They'll
beers.
sneak up on you. And if you did dry.
Especially if you just came off a dry January. Exactly.
They're going to really sneak up on you. So make sure that you're being careful out there. Just Uber there.
Yep.
Worth it.
Uber there, Uber back. All right, that's going to wrap it up for our round of Optimistic Inquiries. Short and sweet. Today we trace the origins of Stout Month back to its roots, revealing how a passion for showcasing winter's darkest beers turned February into still elaborating nationwide celebration. It is those stories and curiosities, thank you, that bring us together, creating a community as rich and as diverse as the beers that we love. That's what we're striving for. That's what we're aiming for. That's what gets you beyond the mountain and to the next mountain range, because it is never ending, especially when you're in the Rocky Mountains.
I thought you were going to say beyond the mountain to the sun.
Oh my God damn it.
It was, you teed yourself up so perfectly for a Mountain Sun reference.
No.
Ready? Hello. We are here at Mountain Sun.
Southern Sun.
We are at Southern Sun, you're right, sorry. The creators of Stout Month. We are here doing a blind taste testing of 10 different stouts to see if we can tell which approximately is which style-wise, and we're going to figure out what happens.
We've got 5 and 5. We'll pass one over here at one point. They gave us to us totally blind. We were originally going to pick 5 out for one another, but we ended up going 5-on-5 each.
Yeah.
So let's just do it.
Yeah.
All right.
We're going to keep track of our guesses and try not to tell each other. All right. So we got through. We have tried
speed round.
We did a speed round, and we each have initial guesses of what we're thinking. And I want to go through them again because there's a lot I just had no clue about. So we're gonna go through that, kind of like talk through.
So go fast again.
Obviously.
We're going fast.
Well, I still have 3 I don't have guesses for.
Okay, then I won't say anything.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot about that. I wonder what that means. Like, some of them just have special names, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you don't necessarily know, oh, we need that guy for the flavor profile. Yes, it is currently entertaining the shorter stature of the audience.
The short staff.
Yeah,
The short staff.
exactly. Old half pine over there.
Because the wheat stout, right? That's one of them. The Norwegian wheat stout is an option.
Yep.
All right, so strong wheats, creamy mouthfeel, bitter chocolate finish. I'm gonna guess that's one of these.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw it in on one I haven't guessed yet,
Yeah.
and I didn't know. Well, I actually wonder if it's this one.
That's the one I didn't have a great guess. Hey, it's Johnny.
Hey, Sonny!
Hey, we're doing a film. You be
Oh,
quiet.
yeah. You're the one that pointed him out.
I did, but he didn't see me.
All right.
We'll say hi in a second.
I could see 7 being the. Oh, I don't even have a guess for 7. I'm putting the wheat stout.
Excellent. Excellent. For the
I came in without. All right. And then what else do we have on the menu? Next one, we have.
You know what I gathered?
What?
They're all stouts.
We got that
I
much
think
going.
we're winning.
Oh, the Thunderhead, right? That was one.
Yep.
Thunder's been our go-to recipes for over a decade. Strong, dark, with flavors of bittersweet chocolate, roasted, imparted by a big mouthfeel, rye and oats. Oh,
Yeah.
I feel like now that I'm hearing rye.
I think I got my export stout right. That's like the only one. I'm feeling okay, fairly confident about my guesses.
She's so fast.
Because they've been doing it a long time, right? They have some really niche recipes that they're working with. It's just super cool to come in and be a part of.
Trickster yonder, those aren't on there, right?
Yeah, what's the Trickster?
Trickster is on there.
Yeah.
Trickster Hopheads needs stout too. We loaded this one with Simcoe hops, pine, and citrus characters. Pungent aroma, you'll swear you're smelling an IPA, but this Trickster has enough roast character to be a stout. Oh, it's this one.
Number 1?
100%. Smell that thing and tell me that doesn't smell like hops.
Oh my gosh, mine is dank as fuck. This one I wrote barrel aged.
We're changing to Trickster. All right. What's another option? Not a coconut cream, dropkick. Oh, the Crevora cream is a milk stout, chocolate, toffee. I actually think I put that one for 8.
For 8.
So this one?
That one I also have barrel aged.
So that's what I was thinking. Oh, the chocolate cream, number 10. This is what I think is the Crevora.
Korova.
Korova. I think that's the Korova. I'm sticking with it. K-O-R.
I'm out of here. You guys are
O-V-N.
fired. Taking the keys to the truck.
The vegan dark ginger, that's not an option, right? Megatron is, because Kevin has
the
it.
vegan is.
The ginger is?
It's not.
Yeah, so Megatron's in here. American style, dominant flavors, chocolate roast, pine flavors again.
Damn.
Maybe
Look at
number
how
6.
dark roasty this one is. See that lacing? Oh my god.
Maybe number 6 is Megatron.
How pretty is that?
Thunder, Megatron. Oh, Wizard Staff. I'm terrible at reading me names.
This could be Megatron.
Which one, number 2?
Number 2.
I put an oatmeal stout. Wizard Staff is an imperial. Smoke and oat.
I didn't get a smoky one.
I didn't either. But one of them's smoky and oaty. This one's my favorite. I'm saving that for last.
What are you supposed to do? I just downed it in one.
Oh, I'd order
Oh yeah, the
another one.
coffee one? Yeah, for
So
sure.
smooth.
That's like one I got right. Oh, and the mint one's pretty identical.
Yeah, the mint one. Isn't that the Girl Scout?
That's number 4, yeah.
Yeah, so I also got
No,
that one.
I thought there was one.
I thought the Girl Scout was the mint.
No. There's one in here that
mint.
tastes like pineapple.
Yeah. All right, what
I'm
else?
going with the...
Trickster, Wizards, the wheat. We went through that.
What about the Nihilist Russian Imperial?
The
They're
Nihilist.
Nihilist, Donnie. They
Oh,
care
there it is.
about nothing.
Massive quantities of roasted malts with this beer is balanced with a hefty orange blossom. That's the one you want.
Yeah.
Generous portion of Chinook and Amarillo hops. Drier finish. Stouts, chocolate orange. Which one did you want? One of these you said had the fruit. I put it on one and it's not right.
7.
7.
This guy.
10. I put the one for the
This
rye.
one smells like pineapple.
But it's probably the orange one then. Alright.
It's so fruity. Did you smell that sucker? It smells like Hawaii.
Yeah, I think you're probably right on it. Alright. Well, oh, it's not on them. Okay. I say we do the reveal.
We reveal.
We redid our guesses now that we had some hints.
Alright.
And now we see how many we probably didn't get right.
Alright. This is... Uh-oh.
Alright.
Why is this so hard right now?
Flip it over.
I know that part.
Alright, number 1 is the Macaroon. That's the coffee cream stout.
Number 1.
Yeah, the Mokalo. Maloko. So we weren't right at all. We were getting. Maybe that's.
See,
That's when
flipped
we
it.
got the pines. Well, yeah, it was like this. Oh, I flipped it. Let's see if this one. What would be the trickster? I think they're flipped because this smells so piney. So that's the trickster.
Yeah. So.
And then this is okay. So we're gonna.
And then these two have to go.
We're gonna trust our palates and say those are probably the right way because that's super
Is this
coffee.
the mint?
That's a great way to. This should be the mint now, and it was, yeah. So okay, we're good. Okay. At least on ours, this one's we're good.
And okay.
All right, so this one we said coffee cream stout, which was wrong because it was here, but we both got that right. Megatron was number 2. I said an oatmeal stout.
I said that second time around. Megatron.
Megatron is an imperial stout, dominated flavors of roast balanced with citrus pine flavors. Okay, I did not get that right. 3 is the coffee one, which we dominated. Girl Scout is the mint. We both did well. The Wizard is this middle one.
The Wizard. Which one?
Wizard is an imperial stout. Gather around friends and
friends. There's a tale
Is
to
that
tell.
the smoky?
Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, smoke and oak.
Now I get it. Now I can
Dark
smell
fruit,
it.
subtle chocolate.
Here, you can smell that
I did
stuff.
for 5, and I put that as the wheat because I couldn't figure that one out.
Sweet. You can smell it now.
Hate when you know it, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh yeah, it's right there.
Yeah.
All right, so we did 4 of the 6 on
Yep.
those. Did pretty well. I actually think you did 5 of the 6.
Yep.
So let's jump into yours.
So number 7 is the Thunder.
Thunder Stout. Thunderhead is gone. Is our go-to stout recipes for a decade. Strong dark flavors, bittersweet chocolate, dark roasted coffee, nutty. That's the rye one, which I put. I put that one as the rye.
I did not get that, but I get that now. Nice. And then the
That's the wheat one.
wheat.
The Norwegian, right?
No, that's this one.
Oh, shit.
Mana. I can't.
Well, if you can't pronounce it, I have no...
Hold on. I just can't read it. Montserrat, the foreign extra.
Oh, shit. I did not get that right.
Yeah,
I
I got
put-
that one.
Oh,
Yay!
yay! All right, what foods in the way
So the Norwegian,
was this one.
yep, and then the Karoba.
Which the Norwegian had a really cool, it was a wheat stout. And I guess I can actually kind of get
Thank
the
you.
subtle wheatness on it.
Appreciate it.
And then the last one is which one?
The Karoba.
I said, oh, look at that. I even put the full name on it. I
Heck
nailed
yeah.
number 10.
Karoba.
Alright, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I got 6 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm right in that 6.
I think you're right in that 6 out.
Yeah.
It's not passing, but it's pretty goddamn good. I'm not gonna lie.
C to C average.
Pretty impressed. Pretty impressed.
So good. We got like 60, 70%. It's not bad.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
It's not too bad.
Yeah.
And the logo is your favorite?
Yes. That is so good.
It's really good. All right.
All right, there you go, guys. We're
Thank
not
you.
the best, we're not the worst, but at least we kind of know what we're talking about at 60%. So I'll take it.
We had a really good time.
And we had a good time. Now we're going to eat our food and let you go. Bye. Special thanks to Southern Sun, Mountain Sun, the whole crew for coming up with February Stout Month. Absolutely incredible. Extra shout out to Talia, who allowed us to do a blind taste test, and she set us up, hooked us up with all of the great qualities. She's a
Super
fantastic
awesome.
server. Thank you for that. And end of the day, we had a great time, and Stout Month is awesome. So enjoy it and drink some stouts this month. It's February. Woohoo.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Being more into the Rocky Mountains this year, I just keep making the joke about the little small towns in the mountains going, do you suppose they just made it this far? And we're like, fuck it, we're not going any further.
They got to the top and they were like,
So
I'm out.
that movie we
And
just
that's how
watched,
Denver even
Society
got
of
here.
the Snow. Exactly,
They're
right?
like, they
They're
got
like,
over like,
how he's like, no, that's Chile over there. And I'm like, how does he know that it's
he was the map man.
he wasn't? I thought the map man died.
I don't think so. Or he might have
No,
because
I
he
thi- I
told
think
the
they
other
ate the
person.
map man.
Yeah, I mean, probably. But I think the map man told the other guy, and so he knew because the map man told him.
Okay.
Because the map man told him so.
Yeah.
Map man told him so.
Anyway, talk about perseverance and diversity. If you need a good movie to watch, but it's hard to watch.
It is
Society of the Snow. I think it's up
Avalanche.
for Oscars.
Oh man, the
Golden
avalanche. That was brutal.
Globes. Back-to-back avalanches.
I know. They just started being like, we might
Yeah.
actually survive this.
No.
Oh, and then the guy's story about his wife.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that didn't tear your
Stepping
heart.
on
Just
her.
don't give it
Oh,
away.
Sorry. Well, you brought it up.
You brought it up.
Yeah, I did bring it up. That's because we're talking about peak to peak, and I missed the mountain to the sun, and
Mountain
I'm
to the
sorry.
sun.
We're moving on. Get out of here. If you need a movie to watch, go watch that.
There you go. It's a good movie.
Yeah, it's really good. Sorry.
All right, welcome to the Sips of Wisdom.
Oh, well done.
The hidden stories behind each pint. Have you ever wondered what transforms a simple ale into a deep, complex stout, or why the name stout speaks to the beer's robust characters?
From the historic barrels of butt beer to the global phenomenon of Guinness we all know and love, join us as we pour over the fascinating origins and evolutions of stout.
Yes.
Ready to deepen your beer knowledge and toast to the legends of the brew? Let's dive into
Let's
the
dive in.
start-hearted tales.
And we're going to note quickly, it is not a butt chug. A butt beer is different. But we're going to talk first
We're
about
not doing a butt
what
chug.
kind of beer is a stout.
That would be funny. But I'm not going to do it.
No. Stout is a dark style ale made with roasted barley, originally called stout porters. Stouts emerged from the porter style, only stronger and with more depth of flavor. Basically, they're just a big version of a porter. That's how they started. Like, they had a lot of porters before. Then they started wanting to make them more stouty and robust and bigger flavors and more alcohol. And part of it was the transfer. It was so they could actually transfer and survive longer. So you need
Like
more
the
alcohol.
IPA.
Kind of like the IPA. Yep.
Oh.
So it's just bigger. And so they called it stout.
Wait a minute. Don't give it away.
And it became popular. So they just decided to make it its own thing.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So why is it called a stout then?
Oh shit, I just gave it away.
That's all right. It's used originally, yeah, exactly, that gave it away. So it was originally used in the 18th century to identify a beer with a high alcohol content. That's right. The term stout porter, stout's originally named, was used in reference to dark beers with ABVs higher than 7%.
Yes. And stout not only meant stout or bigger, but it originally meant to be proud or brave. But after the 14th century, it took on the connotation of strong.
Strong
But,
like bull.
I mean, you have more alcohol, you also kind of become a little bit more proud and brave. So I think it still applies.
Ooh, I really, really like what you did there, and I'm totally going to take that to the mountain sun with me. So what is the
Over the
history
mountain to the
of
sun?
the American stout? Exactly, right? Since we are here. The American version can trace its history back to England and a beer known as butt beer.
Butt beer.
So named because of the large wooden cask or butt it was aged in.
There's like two of them together, so they look like a butt.
Two big butt cheeks full of stout. Just waiting. Oh.
So visual.
You can keep that.
You can keep that. What is the most popular brand of stout? And this is no surprise.
No.
It's Guinness.
It's
I'm not even
Guinness.
going to drag it out. It's Guinness. No,
Spelled with two N's, not one.
I misspell it constantly.
I know.
It's the world's most popular brand of stout.
right.
Every day, there's over 10 million pints
Can you
sold.
believe that?
No.
Holy shit.
Each year, it's estimated 1.5 billion pints of Guinness are poured worldwide.
That's so awesome.
You know
Good for them.
which countries are the top Guinness drinkers?
Fact on fact. Lay it on me. Lay it.
The UK.
Okay. Makes sense.
Yep. And I think more recently,
Very close to the source.
Nigeria took over
Yep.
Ireland. So it's
Very
like those are your three
We'll
in
link
order.
to that video in there as well.
Yep. Those are the three orders now.
So one more time.
UK,
UK,
Nigeria,
Nigeria,
Ireland.
Ireland.
I think Ireland
US
was
got to be up there.
Ireland was number 2 for a long time, but actually, and I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure Nigeria took over.
I like it.
It's like, I think I just saw something like it's like 18% or 13% of all of the beer drank in that entire country is Guinness. Yeah.
Wow.
And you want one more?
Yes.
It tastes different there because Nigeria put a halt to importing grains, and so they used local grains, which makes
Awesome.
the beer taste different. So it actually tastes different there.
Well, now I want to go to Nigeria and have a Guinness.
Fun, huh?
I think that's great. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I think that elevated that very nicely.
I read sometimes.
Sometimes I don't. Well, that's exciting because today we did travel and traverse the origins of stout, unravel the meaning behind its name, right? Big, strong, proud, brave, celebrated the global legacy of Guinness and dipped into the American stout's unique heritage. Each story, each fact is a testament to beer's unending capacity to evolve, inspire, and bring us together.
Yes.
Until next time, keep savoring the richness of beer's history, one sip at a time.
One sip at a time.
That was good. I like your
We
energy.
drink our way through every day. Okay.
I like it.
We're going to continue moving through, and we're going to welcome our brews and bites. And in this one, we're going to dive into the dark side of beer. Just surprising. It's like we had a theme. Where the velvety richness of stouts meets the indulgent world of gourmet pairings. Imagine the first sip of a smooth oatmeal stout, its creamy texture complementing the decadent layers of a moist chocolate cake, or the bold robust of a milk stout merging with the sharpness of aged cheddar and the tangy bite of a blue cheese.
Wow.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, now I am.
This week we embark on a pairing adventure that marries the complex, comforting flavors of dark beers and their perfect food partners.
So join us as we explore how the depths of stouts can enhance and transform your dining experience this week for Stout Month, turning each bite and each sip into a symphony of flavors. So, are you ready to elevate your taste buds and discover the art of stout pairings?
I am.
All right, let's do it.
I am. What are the characteristics of a stout? In appearance, they're going to be dark. I don't have a whole lot left in here, but they are dark. They are complex. They have roasty flavors. They often include chocolate, coffee, caramel, and sometimes even a little smokiness. A lot of times that comes from the malts, which is nice. And the depth of flavor that can awaken the taste buds, right? You tend to let it sip. You let it warm up a little bit. You get more of the flavors come out. They also don't tend to be highly carbonated because you're working on really getting the flavors out of it, not so much just like a crushable, bubble-filled delightfulness.
Well said. I like that a lot. Let's talk about pairing dark beers and desserts. Our first example pairing is an oatmeal stout and chocolate cake. Super simple, rolls out the tongue nicely, velvety smooth oatmeal stout and a rich creamy texture, right, of the chocolate cake. You're going to experience within your senses the chocolatey sweetness of the cake, balancing the bitterness of the stout, which creates that harmonious indulgence that we love so much.
Yum.
Oh, yeah.
Yum.
Better than that crusty bread.
That's a pretty low bar.
Ass.
I feel like in general I've seen a decent amount of like dark beers and chocolates and sweet stuff, but I was really excited about this one, which is pairing with our cheeses.
Yay.
Also, I'm not that big of a sweet person, so I like cheese more. So we're gonna pair a milk stout with an aged cheddar or a tangy blue cheese. The dark sweet stout brewed with the lactose and the sugar from the milk, which is going to add that little bit of sweetness, and the creamy body, creamy mouthfeel to it, is going to contrast the flavors and the textures between the cheeses and the stout. So you're going to have this like little bit of the sweetness going out, and like I'm really excited about the blue cheese in the stout. To me, kind of gave me like the cranberry salad kind of vibe where you have that sweetness going on, but you have a little bit of the bite that's the tartness, but then you compare it with, you bring it in with the blue cheese, and those are just so good together.
Yeah.
But
also,
like,
maybe even like a nuttiness to it, right?
I was like, I might go get some blue cheese or a brie. I like brie more than a blue cheese, but I might like try that one out.
That'd probably do just as well, I would think.
I think it'd be really good. I think the tang of the blue actually will be a little bit better. So I'll probably try both. But I was actually really excited about it. I had never really thought about the cheeses with that. So
no, I'm excited too. We should probably check that out tonight.
I agree.
Let's do it.
Something I can eat.
You can't. Oh. I was like, you can't eat chocolate? I didn't know that. All right. As we cap off our flavorful journey into the rich and inviting universe of our dark beers, paired with these delightful desserts and these delightful cheeses, we hope it's at least inspired you to embark on your own culinary and brewery adventures. From the smooth and comforting embrace of an oatmeal stout alongside the slice of a chocolate cake to the daring dance of a milk stout with an aged cheddar or a tangy blue cheese. The journey through dark beers and the food pairing has potential that is truly limitless. Get out there, make it happen.
It's the candied walnuts.
That's what I'm saying with the nuts.
Yeah, that's what it is. I was thinking like the cranberries, and I was like, that's not quite. It's the candied like walnuts.
The walnut, exactly. I followed you on that.
Yeah. Yum! I can't wait to try that one. I'm pumped about that. This week's segment is brought to you by the original Gourmet Cheers Cheese Club.
Cheese Club.
Each month you can embark on a flavorful journey with sections of the finest tradition in artisan's cheese from around the globe. Including award-winning varieties from both local American producers and renowned international cheesemakers. The expert cheesemongers with international experience, sure to give you some really good flavored cheese.
That's right.
They've even been in caves. They've been around for like 25 years. Not necessarily the cheeses, but the cheese club has. So they know what they're talking about at this point. Maybe the cheeses. I don't know how long cheese can age for.
I haven't ordered that one.
But yeah, arrives in great condition, and it gives you a great chance to try out some new cheeses. Maybe pair it with some beers, maybe your meals, or some beer of the month club. You do wines. We're not going to judge you. The link's going to be at the bottom, and great way to support us, and we really appreciate that. So feel free to click that button and get some cheese in, and maybe send us a picture or a video of your favorite one. Oh, it'd be great. Would love it.
I want to see you taking a bite.
Oh, yum, 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 yum.
I like to watch you take a bite.
I'm going to send you like mouse videos of eating cheese.
I was thinking the wedding singer, you go get him, Robbie Hart. And she squeezes his hand with the meatballs in him.
Oh, yeah.
I want to see you take a bite.
So gross. Oh, man. All right. So have you ever stood at the entrance of a beer festival?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, whether you have or you haven't, we're going to give you a top 10 insider tips on how to maximize your fun at a beer fest.
Event season is upon us.
Event season is upon us. You got your map in your hand and you're overwhelmed by the number of breweries and not sure where to start. You know, we got you covered. We're here to tell you a way to sip away and have a lot of fun at festivals because it's a good time. It's a good time.
That's right. Today we are untapping the top 10 insider tips for maximizing fun at the beer festivals. Have you ever wondered how to navigate the booze? Which beers to target?
Yeah.
How to leave feeling like you've truly conquered the craft beer scene?
Yeah. Maybe how to enjoy the festival to its fullest without falling into the trap of fear of missing out. FOMO of every beer. You're not going to do it. Spoiler alert. And you're not going to have fun if you do, or if you do try. You'll have fun for a little bit, but it'll tear off quickly. So get ready. We're going to answer all these questions, starting with number 10.
That's right. Embrace your place, people. Whether it's your first festival, you're a rookie, or you've been to a few, your season, remember it's your scene too, right? Like, Don't be intimidated by the beer snob noodles. That's right. You're here to enjoy and learn. So have a good time.
Yeah. And if anything, that's what festivals are for.
Absolutely.
Like literally to go out and learn. Like I think of it as like going to like a music festival, right? Like you're not there to see every single band, but you are there to see a bunch of different bands that, especially at ticket prices nowadays, like you probably couldn't go see all of them, but now you can go see 10, 15 bands in a weekend. Like it's about just hitting the stuff that you want, maybe listening to a few new bands in your downtime and enjoying the experience. Like you don't have to you are meant to be there as a newbie, if not even more than the people that already know the beers that are there. Like it's meant for everybody. Don't feel intimidated. It's a great welcoming space to learn and explore the industry.
That's right.
So yeah, we're gonna jump in number 9, FOMO. Get it out.
Skip it.
Don't worry about trying to try every beer. It's not necessary. Honestly, like at a point your palate's going to be pretty trashed. Like, and it's just not a great way to experience it. Like you'll have fun for a little bit, but if you're just there to get plastered, like nobody's going to really enjoy you that much.
No, it is doable and often happens.
Yeah, but
it's an option. You do you.
You could also go with like a theme. Right? You can go with like either trying to check out specific breweries or specific regions or specific styles. That way you're not as tempted to like go through and like try everything.
Yeah. For sure. I think that's good advice. Tip number 8, dabble in the unknown, right? Keep an open mind. Even if you don't love IPAs, right? It wasn't love at first sight. The beer is vast and full of different variety. Yeah. Perhaps that day is the day that you find your new favorite among the hazy, the citrusy, or even the milkshake IPAs.
Yes, it's a great chance. And
depending,
right? That could be your own little map, trying something new. Or maybe for every couple beers, you try something new you didn't think you'd want.
I think that's good.
And going along with that, like of trying new things to have the confidence to do it, don't feel bad about pouring them out.
No.
It's okay. That's why there's buckets there. You don't have to like everything that's going in. They're not going to be insulted. No, I'm like, don't be an a-hole and like dump it out right in front of them. But like,
this is shit.
This is shit.
Was it bad? It's terrible.
But like, you can be kind of sneaky about it, dump it out. But like, if you think about it, if you think of like, they're like 1 to 3 ounce pours, and even if you're going to hit like 60 to 100 ounces, like you're only going to get so many in the entire day. Right? Yeah. Like, so don't waste it on one you don't like. Like, that's the best way I can put it. Like, I'm not trying to be mean. Like, 7. You're there. You're an adult. If you don't like it, you don't have to drink it. It's okay.
That's right.
It's okay. Just don't be an a-hole about it.
Yeah. this is shit.
Yeah, and then like
Don't do
swish
that.
it, like clean out your glass with water, and then drink that water.
Yes, drink the water.
Drink
We'll
the
get
water.
into that. We'll get into that. That was tip number 7. Tip number 6, survey, then savor. What the hell does that mean?
Who knows?
Start with a quick exploration to get your bearings, right? You kind of brought it up already. Zero in on the beers that pique your interest.
Yeah.
Something you're excited about, especially if there's a unique twist like a lower ABV. Maybe the NA section is up and kicking. You want to taste what those taste like. Make a loose plan, right? Use it as a guideline. It could be as simple as comparing styles or seeking out the shortest lines. That's an option as well. Yeah. It's like Disney.
You got a whole world you can explore, all sorts of different fun things.
That's right.
Tip number 5, safety first. Don't even tempt yourself by driving there. Usually parking's shit.
Yeah.
And you're stuck usually brewers that are taking up all the spots because they need to tote all the crap in.
Exactly.
So don't take their spots either.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
just don't tempt yourself. Just get a ride in, get a ride back out. A lot of festivals offer like discounted tickets for DDs.
Yep.
So that's a really cool way to do it as well. That way they can experience some of the fun. And they have a wristband or something on like identifying that they can't be drinking.
Right.
And so it's I love that festivals do that.
So good.
Sometimes it's not as discounted as like I wish it was, but I love the concept behind it. Or like Uber, just don't even tempt yourself. Just ride in and have a ride home, and that way you can enjoy yourself, and you don't have to be like, oh man, was that 3 ounces too much? Oh god. Don't even tempt yourself.
Don't even do it. Don't even do it. That's good advice. That's good life advice. True. All right. Tip number 4, beat the clock.
Woo-hoo.
It's a buzzer beater, clutch point, ball is in your hands. Talk about it. Arrive early, right? Like, or even better, snag a VIP pass.
Yep.
Get a head start on the tastings.
What's what we're doing for Collab Fest.
That's right. We'll be there. Hope you're going to be there too. Let us know. We would love to say hello.
Yeah, we got the early bird tickets, so get in, make sure nothing's gone. That's a big thing, GABF Thursdays.
Oh,
like otherwise like stuff runs out, which is fine. If you can only hit what you can hit, but like if you can get those early tickets, it's super worth it. You get more personal experience with the brewers, with the team. You potentially can try some specialty beers, or stuff that they run out of quickly. So
snacks.
And
They
snacks.
often bring snacks.
So lots of good tips for that there to jump in a little bit early if you can. Tip number 3, fuel up and hydrate.
That's right. Drink water.
Drink water. Don't let subpar fest food get you down. Eat beforehand in something bready, bring a water with you. Not that bread, but bring something bready. Eat something bready. That's why pretzels are so popular.
Oh yeah, get the necklace.
Yeah,
Don the necklace. Why not?
Something that's going to absorb. As we learned
Line
from
your
Dan.
pockets with napkins so you don't get crumbs in your pockets.
As we learned from our last episode with Dr. Dan.
Yeah.
Eat something fatty. It'll help coat your tummy.
The tummy.
And so you can drink longer. You might feel worse later, but at least you can drink longer in the moment. And then, like I said, usually there'll be ways to rinse out your cup instead of just dumping that on the ground. Just drink it. I know, you'll see plenty of people doing it, and it is the easiest way to almost ratio to ratio get the same amount of beer and water, and it's a really good festival hack.
And you can go around and tell everybody that you brewed your own NA right here on site. It's just a watered down imperial stout. It's my
You brewed your own session. You're sessionable.
Yeah. All right, you kind of brought this up already, but tip number 2, connect with the creators. These are the artists. These are the people that have the passion to bring you these types of brew. Take a moment to chat with the brewers behind the booze and the bartenders that are there still slinging the beers. Get the insights on their brewing process and inspirations. That helps enrich the tasting experience, right? It's all about the ambiance, right? Delivery. It also helps you to deepen your appreciation for the craft beer.
100%. And tip number 1, savor the experience.
Relish.
After mingling with the minds behind the brewers, soaking up the wealth of knowledge, take a breather, find a comfy spot, relax, find maybe your favorite one, and get your little taster and go sit and just look at all the people running around having fun and enjoying their time and just appreciate it. And that's a great tidbit for the different things you're drinking too. Take a moment to appreciate the smell, and it's easy to go in and get overwhelmed and but instead take that moment. Absolutely. You're going to be standing in line anyways. You don't need to drink it right there in front of them. Take it to the next line. That way you have 2-3 minutes to sip on it versus just slamming it. I feel like that was a big lesson that I felt obligated my first couple of fests to drink it in front of them so they could see the experience. But no, say thanks, maybe take a sip.
40 people behind you.
Yeah, go to the next line and like just sip on it there and talk about it with the other people that you're there with, and just appreciate the moment. It's meant to be very collaborative and a lot of fun.
That's really good advice. Remember, it's the memories and the connections, not just about the beer, right?
True.
That makes these events so special. From the thrill of discovering maybe your new favorite beer to maybe the laughter you shared over your new Imperial NA. Well, each festival can be a journey into the heart of the craft beer world. Enjoy that, people. Enjoy it.
Yeah, with these tips, you're more than just a guest. You're an adventurer in a vibrant landscape of flavor stories that define beer festivals. So when you next stand at the threshold of a festival, take a deep breath and dive into the adventure that awaits you. It's a beautiful one.
It's a beautiful thing. Adventure is out there. Enjoy it. So we are going to draw the curtains on our journey today. This was super fun. Through the vibrant world of craft beer, we got some enlightening tips and sips of wisdom to the rich stories behind each stout that we talked about in the lively discussions at Southern Sun Brewery. Yeah. What a great experience that was.
So much fun.
So good.
Be right in the heart of where it started.
In the early 90s, we were just pups at that time.
Do we dress up as the 90s?
I feel like I still dress in the 90s. You don't have to tell me to dress in the 90s. That's just how I look. As I showed up with my dog today. All right, as did you. We hope you found a greater appreciation today for the art and heart that goes into enjoying craft beer, right? Festival season is upon us. Stout beers have evolved. They even have their own national month. Yeah. And it's about sharing these tales and answering any curiosities that might pique your interest.
Yeah. And remember, like, you don't have to be a new beer lover or seasoned to the craft world. There's always so much to explore. You've never tapped out. So feel free, if you want to keep learning with us and hearing of the different things going on, hit that subscribe button and follow us along for weekly episodes on what's going on in the space and kind of how we interpret what we see around and taste different beers and start doing some challenges. It's going to be a good time.
Yeah.
Follow along. Hit subscribe.
Thanks for tuning in today. Super excited you joined us and making us a part of your day.
Bye.
Cheers.